Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we will be presenting about how the doctrine of separation of powers involves check and balance of the three branches. Before that, I would like to introduce my group members. My name is Wardina and my other group members is Najiha, Nuha, Syuhada, Amani, and Hidayah. You know that the centralization of absolute power to one party will definitely invite tyranny and abuse of power. Therefore, the doctrine of separation of powers is an important principle in a democratic of check and balance in the administration of a country. What is check and balance exactly means? Check and balance are mechanisms that distribute power throughout the political system, preventing any one institution or individual from exercising complete control. There are three branches resulting from the check and balance mechanism, which is legislative, executive, and also judicial. So, the word check refers to the ways in which each branch of government can limit or oversee the other powers of the other branches. For example, legislative branch can check on executive branch by blocking, delaying, or criticizing decision. And the word balance refers to the distribution of powers among the branches of government to ensure that no single branch can dominate the others. This creates a system of shared powers and mutual accountability that include separation of power, shared power, and regular interaction.
The parliament is the ultimate legislative body in Malaysia. Its main function is to pass, amend, and repeal acts of law. It is subordinate to the king, who is the head of state. The House of Representatives consists of 222 members. Legislative branch checks on the executive so that they can override presidential vetoes with a two-thirds majority. Other than that, approves appointments and treaties and can impeach the president. Legislative branch checks on the judicial. These checks can confirm judges, can impeach and remove judges, and alters the size and jurisdictions of the courts.
So, do you guys know who is the member of the executive branch? The executive branch is made up of president or prime minister, vice president, and cabinet. So, in our country, we can say Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim and his cabinet are the members of the executive branch. So, aside from that, the executive branch also includes executive departments, anonymous agencies, and several other entities. The executive branch is responsible for a wide and variety of tasks and activities. Among these are executing laws, executing and enforcing laws, and ensuring national security, and many others. Furthermore, the executive branch plays a significant role in maintaining national stability by acting as a check and balance on the judicial and legislative branch. By the executive branch on the judiciary branch. First, veto power, where the president has the authority to give pardons and commutations, which can overrule judiciary decision in criminal cases.
Okay. Executive branch has its own purpose to do check and balance towards legislative branch. First, they use veto power on the president, and someone who is higher as him, such as head government, can only use this power to check on laws that was passed by the Congress. However, this action can be undone by the two-thirds vote in both houses, but it still serves as a significant check on legislative power. Second, executive orders and actions. The president can issue an executive orders and action to direct the operation of the federal government. This action can't override the existed laws, but they still can influence how laws are being implemented. Such as, for example, of the situation is when we have the lockdown. It's still It doesn't touch the existed laws, however, they add those laws in those emergency situations.
Next, I will explain to you about how judicial using check and balance over executive branch. There are three types of courts in judicial. First, we have Supreme Court. Second, we have Courts of Appeal. And lastly, we have District Court. These three courts have the same responsibility, which is interpret the law. The judicial using the check and balance system so that they can declare law passed by Congress to be unconstitutional in whole or in part. For example, the executive branch can issue executive order ordering how the certain law should be enforced or ordering that the government should take certain action. But the judicial can deem all these orders to be unconstitutional and making them void.
Judicial power has allowed the judiciary to exercise its power of check and balance, which is also known as judicial review. The judiciary has the power to strike down the law made by the legislative and declare actions of the executive unlawful. Judicial review ensure the arms of government are accountable under law and are restrained from enacting law that may be unconstitutional and behaving unlawfully. This is highly important check of the powers of government because it provides a legal process in the courts for any individual. The legislation can override court's interpretation in any ordinary law by fixing and amending the law. This is important check on the power of the judiciary by ensuring the powers of the law is held by the elected representative in parliament. So there are several features that have the judiciary in legislative. Do you know the judges can be removed by the Yang di-Pertuan Agong on recommendations in a tribunal established to investigate misconduct or incapacity. This is internal check and balance mechanism within the judiciary by itself. And if any individual who is unsatisfied with the administrative decision can seek for the judicial review on the ground of validity. While it is essential to have the mechanism of check and balance in the doctrine of separation powers, it is needed to ensure the separation power is constantly maintained.